If you can describe nature and scenery in English, then you can tell stories, travel, and sound more confident when speaking to people in English. Today, I will give you a simple framework you can memorize and use, and at the end of the video, there will be a shadowing practice between me and you to help you actually start speaking English and sounding more like a native English speaker. This video is part of my 3,000 most common English words series designed to help you understand up to 95% of spoken English. And remember guys, videos like these using comprehensible input are 4 times more efficient than traditional learning methods. Shaded, concrete jungle,
Soaking wet.
hotel chain, rustling, noise. Lazy, I'm like, oh, snakes, cracked.
Rejuvenating. Exactly.
Now let's get started. Okay, now we're gonna follow 4 simple steps to describe things and scenery in nature. The first step is what you see. The second step, how it feels. The third step, what you hear. And the fourth step, a comparison. So you're comparing 2 things. So let's go with step 1, what you see. Right now, I see very tall trees and a lot of wildlife. Tall trees and birds. That is what I see. If you want to build a strong English foundation fast, then get my 3,000 most common English words PDF. You'll learn the most important words that cover up to 95% of everyday English with clear definitions, real examples, and easy organization by topic and CEFR level. Click the link in the description. Step 2, how it feels. How does this feel? It feels very peaceful and calm. Very peaceful and calm. Step 3, what you hear. I can hear the leaves rustling, I can hear birds chirping, and I can hear people working in the distance. Those are the 3 things I can hear. Step 4, comparison. So I'm gonna compare this beautiful park to the city. This park is a lot quieter than the city. This park is a lot more peaceful than the city. This park is a lot more green than the city. The city is like a concrete jungle, but this park is beautiful, green, and it's in nature. Okay, so now we're gonna just show you quickly what is around us before I ask Leon those 4 steps. So let's show you guys around here. So take a good look at everything you can see around us. So I want you guys to answer as well, because you saw everything around us. Now I want you to answer. What do you see?
I see a lot of green around me. So there are a lot of green leaves, green grass, and a green t-shirt.
Yes, there is someone over there wearing a green t-shirt. He works at this park. Step 2, how does it feel?
It feels relaxing and rejuvenating to be sitting in a park.
So if you feel like you're relaxing, but also you're like getting energy back. So maybe after a long day at work, you need a break and you come to the park, then you'll feel rejuvenated.
Exactly, because the air is fresher here with all the plants around.
Yep, very true. Third step, what do you hear? What do you hear?
I hear birds chirping. I also hear a leaf blower, because you did see there was a lot of dead leaves on the ground. So I can assume that they're pushing them off the path. And I could also hear the wind going through the trees.
Yep, very good. I hear the exact same things as you. Now, step 4, add a comparison. Compare one of the things you mentioned to something else.
If I had to compare what I hear, instead of hearing birds chirping or the wind going through the trees, if I was a kilometer north in the middle of the city, I would hear cars on the road, people honking, and maybe some construction noises or something similar.
So compared to the city, there are not a lot of artificial man-made noises.
Exactly.
Now let's go over some very common mistakes people make when describing things in nature and scenery. If you want to learn faster and go deeper than the video, then get the workbook on my website, volkaenglish.com. The workbook explains everything in greater detail and comes with exercises to help you learn new vocabulary, grammar, tenses, sentence patterns, comprehension, and real English you can actually use. I also have workbooks for past videos, so you can keep practicing and improving every lesson. Click the link in my description to get the workbooks. There is versus there are. So which one would you use if, for example, you see 3 birds? Would you say there are birds or there is birds? What would you say? You would say there are birds because there are is plural. There is singular. So there is a bird, one bird. There are birds. There are 3 birds, plural. I don't know why Leon just showed one bird when I was saying plural, but that is one bird. So there is a bird. Mistake number 2, peaceful versus peacefully. Peaceful is the adjective. Peacefully is the adverb. So you would say to describe this place, it feels peaceful, not it feels peacefully. That is incorrect. It feels peaceful, the adjective. Mistake 3, quiet versus quite. Quiet means there is not a lot of noise, quiet. Quite means very. So they mean 2 different things. The park is quiet, that means there's not a lot of sound. And the other word is used, for example, the park is quite peaceful. You can't say the park is quiet peaceful. Doesn't make sense. The park is quite peaceful. Or you can say the park is quiet. There's not a lot of noise. Watch out for those 2. They're very, very, very similar. Quiet, not a lot of noise. Quite, very. Remember that. Now let's practice the pronunciation of some difficult words. How do you pronounce this word? Scenery. 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 Let's see if you can get them all right. How do you pronounce this word? Peaceful. 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 How do you pronounce this word? Breeze. 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 How do you pronounce this word? Quiet. 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 Now here are some extra useful lines you can use next time if you just need some inspiration. The air feels fresh. The sunlight is soft. The water is calm. The path is shaded. It's a great place to relax. It really is. These lines make your descriptions sound more natural. Now it's time for the quiz. I want you guys to answer the question before I say the answer. Are you ready? Say one sentence about what you see behind me. One sentence. I can see tall trees and a lot of dead leaves. Second question. Say one sentence about how it feels and why. It feels very peaceful because there aren't a lot of people and there isn't a lot of noise. Third question. Make one comparison. One comparison. It's a lot quieter than the city. You remember the difference between quite and quiet? It is quite peaceful and it is a lot quieter than the city. Okay guys, now we finished that framework. Remember, what you see, what you feel, what you hear, and then a comparison. Now let's walk around this beautiful park in nature and let's use that framework and talk about nature. What I see right now is a path, a walking path. The path feels old. It looks very cracked. There's moss growing in the cracks. I hear the sounds of nature like birds and insects. Compared to the sidewalk on a busy street, this path isn't very nice. You can see it's all broken apart. It's very old. I would say it's in need of a new path here. That's how I would describe this. And it's also quite hot, so I do need to use this fan. Oh, what are these? Do you know what those are, Leon?
I think those are jackfruit.
Why are they on the ground here?
That might be monkey food. They might have brought it here and then they might be eating it.
It definitely looks like some sort of animal opened up the fruit to eat the inside of it. It doesn't look like a human opened it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but this park is very, very, very beautiful, honestly. But it's just so hot. It's so hot and humid.
What kind of bug is that on you?
On me? Where?
It's like a green spider looking thing.
Oh man,
Super green.
that's why you gotta be careful, man.
But I think oh no, that's a spider. It has 8 legs.
Let me get it off.
Shake it off.
Is it off?
Yeah, I went on the ground there.
So yeah, there was just a spider on me. Personally, I'm not really scared of any like small bugs and stuff, but what I don't like is like snakes or like an animal like that, because in my mind, snakes are venomous. Not every snake, obviously, but when I see a snake, I just think instantly it's venomous, which is probably, you know, a good thing rather than assuming it's not venomous. Can you
Yeah.
guys tell me what's the difference between venomous and poisonous? Venomous means it injects toxins into you, either by biting or stinging you. For example, snakes, spiders, scorpions, things like that. And poisonous means you're harmed by touching it or eating it. They're very similar, but they're not the same. The method of getting poisoned or the method of getting harmed is different. One has to bite you, the other one is just by touch or by you consuming it. Let's continue. Does this type of weather make you lazy?
Ooh, good question. I think yes, it does. You don't want to work hard when it's so hot out.
Yeah.
So I would say yes, it does make you lazy.
Yeah, for me, I think extreme weather makes me like lazy. Like I just want to like not exert myself too much. For example, back in Canada, I don't really want to even leave my bed because it's so cold. So then I get lazy. I'm like, oh, and I really don't want to go outside. Because say, for example, it's minus 40. Why do I want to go outside? It's freezing, minus 40 degrees Celsius. That makes me lazy. Another thing is extreme heat. Like I think right now it's like 35 degrees. Probably feels like close to 40. Extremely hot. So that makes me lazy as well. So I prefer like a cooler climate. So for me, the ideal temperature is around 20 to 25 degrees. 20 to 25. If it was like that all year round where I live, I would be very happy. There are some places in the world like that. For example, one that I'm thinking off the top of my head is in Ecuador. There's this city called Cuenca, which is known for having very steady climate throughout the whole year because of the place it's situated. It's in the mountains high up, but it's also on the equator. So it's not cold, but it's not very hot. It's around that 20 to 25 degrees. Also, I've heard in China, there's a city, I believe it's called Kukmin, something like that. And I believe they call that city like the city of like eternal spring or something because the weather is like springtime weather. That's what I like. Spring and fall weather.
That's like Dalat in Vietnam.
Oh, no. I've been to Dalat, Vietnam. It's cold in the morning, dude. It's so cold.
Yeah, but the average temperature is 20
Yeah.
25.
I did not think it would be that cold in Vietnam. This is a story for you guys. First time I was ever in Vietnam, I went to Dalat. Took a bus, night bus from Ho Chi Minh to Dalat. When I arrived in the morning, I didn't have any long sleeve shirts. All I had was shorts and t-shirts because I thought it's Vietnam, it's gonna be warm. But when I got off the bus in Dalat, it was very cold. I was not expecting it to be that cold, you know?
Like below 10 degrees.
I am not actually sure, I don't remember exactly, but all I know is I got off the bus and I was like shaking. I was like, what the heck? Because it was like 6 a.m. It was so cold and I couldn't check into my hotel yet and a lot of the stores were closed. So I was literally just looking around somewhere I could go in and I saw a restaurant and I ordered like a bowl of pho and it was so warm. But now I know, now I travel with a rain jacket and long pants just in case it gets too cold. So now I know. Do you have any stories like that?
Of super cold?
Yeah, just like being somewhere and you don't expect the weather and you're just not prepared.
Ooh. Honestly, probably from Malaysia. Like the first time I came here was like around this time and I didn't know it would be super rainy. So I went out on like one of the first days and it just started pouring. And I tried making my way back to the hotel and I got soaking wet.
Oh man.
I was just caught off guard and I bought an umbrella like the next day to have with me all the time because that sucked. I did not like being wet like that.
Does it like flash rain here? Like one
Yeah.
second it's sunny and then boom, rain.
So that's exactly how it is here. Like you'll notice the clouds coming in and then before you can even react, it's like a bucket is dropped on you. There's puddles everywhere. The water comes down faster than the drains can handle here. I think you noticed.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that yesterday because it rained yesterday and the water just starts piling up because it just comes down so hard.
So would you say it rains for like a long time or is it just a couple minutes?
I think right now every time it's rained here, it hasn't been for more than like an hour or max an hour or two, and then it's done. So it hasn't been more than a day or anything. And there's been really short rains too, like 15 minutes maybe, or shorter than that.
Yeah, I've noticed too, it just rains like really hard for a couple minutes, and then it like just drizzles a little bit, and then it goes away. But it also rains like this. One second it's not raining, the next it's like,
What?
you look outside your window and it's just white.
Yeah,
It's just white, man.
I got caught again this time too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, when I went to get my hair cut. Like I left the apartment and it did not look that bad. And then the moment I stepped off the train, it was raining already, and it was coming down so heavy that the roads were starting to fill up. And it was like maybe a 5-minute walk to the hairdresser. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can run to it. But I was soaking wet when I got there. Like my shoes were wet, shirt was all wet, so.
Have you ever watched that Mythbusters episode saying that running in the rain actually makes you more wet than just walking?
Really?
Have you watched that episode?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, really? I feel like that's like a universal experience. There's like this Mythbusters episode. Mythbusters was this super popular TV show like back in the day when I was growing up, and they did a test. Will you get more wet running through the rain or walking through the rain? And it turns out you get more wet running through the rain, because this was the logic, and they tested it. When you run, you not only get hit by the rain falling, but you're running into rain. So you're running into rain, so rain's hitting you. But when you walk, you're walking, so it's mainly just the rain from up top hitting you, so you get less wet. But I feel like when you run, you think you'll get less wet, but it's actually not like that.
I might have seen it, but I don't know. It was raining so hard that it didn't matter what you did, you were still gonna get super wet.
Yeah.
I bought a little umbrella too. It's a super tiny umbrella that I can just put in my crossbody bag if I have to.
Yeah, I have a very small umbrella too, because I'm not gonna carry around a big umbrella, right? It's just so inconvenient. So I'll carry around like a small umbrella, yeah. So how would you describe that? What is it?
Pouring.
It's pouring rain.
Raining cats and dogs.
Raining cats and dogs, that's a very common expression in English. If you're serious about becoming fluent in English, I've built a full speaking and pronunciation course that shows you exactly what to do step by step. You get instant access to 80+ video lessons right away, and I add 3 to 5 brand new lessons every week, so you can keep improving consistently. And this is not just a course full of random videos. You'll get an exclusive ChatGPT prompt that allows you to master the pronunciation of any word, plus a clear practice structure so you always know exactly how to study, what to focus on, and how to make real progress. Inside, we work on pronunciation, accent, rhythm, and natural speaking, so you can stop hesitating, sound more natural, and speak English with real confidence. Join today in the description. That just means it's raining very heavily. So next time it's raining very hard, you can say it's raining cats and dogs. So what is it? It's rain, and it's raining. How does it feel? It doesn't feel very good because you feel wet. So it feels uncomfortable and wet. What you hear, all you hear is just the sound of rain when it's raining. Kind of hard to hear anything else, especially when it's pouring rain. As we walk over here, you'll be able to see the city. So right now we're in a park in the middle of the city. Just over there, you can see very tall office buildings and apartment buildings.
Well, that Central building is the main train station here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
So is that where we arrived?
that's where we arrived, yeah.
So yeah, you can see some banks. That building, I believe, is a bank, CIMB. There's also Hilton, which is a hotel chain. And to the left there, it looks like there are some apartments. So it would kind of be nice to stay in this area because you have this beautiful park just very close to where you're staying. And if you work in one of those buildings, you have a nice view and you could come and relax after a hard day's work, or you can just come during your break and relax.
Yeah, it's a nice area to stay. I
Yeah.
think there are a lot of apartments too.
Yeah, it feels a lot cooler here now. I like this. I always like coming to parks in different cities. It's a nice experience to see how people enjoy nature even while living in a city. Here we have some boats you can rent,
Whoa, look at all
Oh.
these fish.
and there are some fish. So what would you say? Would you say there are fish in the water or there is fish in the water? What would you say?
There are fish in the water.
Correct. There are fish in the water. If you wanted to emphasize even more, you can say there are a lot of fish in the water. I wonder if you're allowed to fish in here.
I haven't seen any signs that say no fishing.
Now let's end this video with some speaking practice. Look out on this lake and the park, and I will ask you questions. What do you see? How does it feel? What do you hear? Now give me a comparison. A comparison. If you guys want to get the 3,000 most common English words, it's in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Birds. That is what I see. The leaves rustling. I can hear birds chirping. This park is a lot quieter than the city. The city is like a concrete jungle, but this park is...
A green t-shirt.
Yes, there's someone over there.
Relaxing and rejuvenating to be sitting. I also hear a leaf blower, because you did see
Man-made noises.
Exactly.
The air feels fresh. The path is shaded, and there isn't a lot of noise. It looks very cracked. There's moss growing
What kind of bug is that on you?
on me, but what I don't like is like snakes. I just think instantly it's venomous, which is probably, you know, because it's so cold. So then I get lazy. I'm like, oh, and I really don't want to go outside.
And I didn't know it would be super rainy, so I went out. Maybe I can run to it, but I was soaking wet when I got there, like my shoes.
Because I'm not going to carry around a big umbrella, right? It's just so inconvenient. There's also Hilton, which is a hotel chain. Get my 3,000 most common English words PDF and learn the words that will help you understand up to 95% of everyday English. It includes real definitions, real example sentences for every meaning, and everything is organized by CEFR level and topic. Click the link in the description to get it. You will become fluent in English.